What's going on YouTube? Bandcap24 here, coming with a new playbook for the month of April. We went ahead and did a little bit of a survey yesterday to find out and gave a few options of what people wanted to see for the next playbook. The majority came back with the Patriots as the selection of the 4 that we put out there as possibilities. Now, I know I went through and looked at the comments, and there's some comments in there that says, you know what, Patriots Playbook is something that a lot of people run away already. We want something unique. So what we want to try to do is do the best of both worlds, where we want to attack the Patriots Playbook, but let's look at some of the lesser used formations in order to kind of give you that feeling that you're running something different, something fresh. Let's keep Madden going in a way that we can be a little bit more unique and not run the same thing everybody else runs. Although, the Patriots Playbook is definitely overpowered with those other formations, we can always, lean on those in circumstances, but let's go ahead and try some different formations here. The first one we're going to look at is the gun Y off trips Pats. Definitely a mouthful, but it's something that used to be called Pat's Wings Trips, and it used to be one of my favorite formations in the game. They did change a little bit about it, but it definitely has some of the most unique routes that we can have some fun with and really kind of depict what you want from your opponent when it comes to user D, and something that you can really move the ball with. It's not going to be as much of a one-play touchdown type offense. It's really the dink and dunk, and let's get them to bite low, let's throw over their heads type of way of going about it. And we're going to go ahead and bring you this first play, which is called tight end whip, in which I love as a cover 2 beater primarily, but it also definitely beats cover 3 and cover 4 with the high-low. So let's go take a look at it. So for this play design, guys, we want to make sure that we're on the left hash mark, as it's going to give you the best efficiency with the routes to make sure that you're attacking the wide side with the 3 wide receiver set. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to initially go and max protect, and then we're going to put the tight end on a streak. You can do both those adjustments as you walk into the line of scrimmage to save you a little bit of time. Then we're going to take this RB receiver, and notice how he's doing a speed out. What we're going to do is we're going to motion him to left. He's going to keep the same direction to where now it's going to be a speed in. But we don't want to keep him in the slot position. You have this ability to motion him a second time to the outside. That's going to allow for a really nice speed correlation timing with the X and the RB to make sure that the middle linebacker user has to be decisive. The RB does a really nice delayed route, and then once he goes and starts his break, he kind of shoots out like a cannon because of the speed portion of that speed in really gives him an opportunity to get open. Very similar to like the PA post play in Gun Bunch, where they kind of do a little bit of delay, then they kind of shoot out. Very similar on this route. So the positioning of his player is very important. Now, against all coverages, no matter if it's cover 2, cover 3, cover 4, the high-low with the X and the RB is going to work. So you're going to want to work that in very well. But against cover 2, that's my favorite coverage to go against because you have 2 other options. Let me show you. The first here is this X receiver. Once he goes and gets off of his player, he's going to have the ability to break to the inside. You want a low ball bullet pass this to him, and he's going to be in a really nice soft spot in cover 2. Let me show you it here. You see the X is going to be right there. We're going to low ball pass it. You can see how he's going to be in a nice spot to catch that ball for some nice easy yards. That's going to work also on the right-hand side. Okay, now the B here is actually going to be a little bit tougher of a throw, and it's going to be a little less forgiving. What I mean by that is if you mistime the X, really what's going to end up happening is the guy's going to pop the ball loose. You can mistime the B and throw it too late, and you can throw a pick to the strong safety. But if you can get this timing of this throw, it makes this play even more powerful because the user needs to now protect both sides on this quick ability of these quick posts, making it very difficult for him to adjust to this play. So let me show it to you here. Same thing, bullet pass down to the B receiver. As soon as he breaks, you're going to be able to throw it right there, and you're going to have some really nice ability to catch it. So that is really how it's going to work for you on either side. On that particular instance, the B actually took an inside pattern. He doesn't always do that. I'm going to show you a little bit more of a reality is that he's going to kind of run around his player, and it's going to make the throw a little bit more difficult. I don't want to kind of sell you something that's not going to happen all the time. The inside positioning does happen, but it's not as common as the way that B should react on this play. So let's try it again here. Let's see here. It goes around there. See how it goes a little bit down there? That's more likely of how it's going to work. And let me show you an instant replay so you can kind of see it. where the first time he took an inside position. He's going to go around this player like this, and that's what's going to kind of throw your timing off. But once he does that, you want to throw this ball right in the dirt. See how he makes his break? And when you do that, it's almost like, see how, because you're cutting off the ball, you have that ability to get in front of that player. And that's really where the throw should be. And then you have the ability to kind of protect yourself. So get into practice mode and try that over and over again to make sure you have it, because that's going to make this play that much more powerful. Now, the last option here is obviously what's going to work against everything, which is the high-low with the B receiver, the RB receiver and the X receiver, okay? So let's go ahead and I'm motioning the wrong guy over. Let's just go ahead and reset this. I'm just going to hike it and throw the ball away so it's a little bit quicker, and we'll try this again. So what we're going to do here is we're going to move over the RB the same way we did before. We're going to put the A on a streak. We're going to block our running back, and now what we're going to see is that you got to have a nice option to throw to the RB or the X, okay? Now watch how this works. RB is going to come across. You're going to be able to throw it to him underneath and get yourself at least 5 to 10 yards depending on when you throw it to him. That time I threw it a little bit quicker. I didn't let him go across the field just to kind of show you where you can throw it to him quick. And then you can also go ahead and throw it to him a little bit later depending on the time in the pocket and whatnot. Now, when you wait for a little bit later, now you're really starting to get into, do I throw it to the X or the RB? So here we go, RB across here. I'm going to kind of step underneath, and I'm going to wait for this X to come across, right? And now you're going to see how you have a really nice play down the field. Now, I'm going to show you something on instant replay to kind of give you another option that you may not notice, okay? Now, when you go ahead and you do what I just did, where I buy myself some time, and you're going across, this middle linebacker user has to make a decision. And it's not just the decision of going low or high. It's, do I stay with number 11 here, Julio, or do I go across? Because the play art indicates, and I'll show you to you once I get back into the screen, that that guy does not go across the field totally. He will stop in the middle of the field while the other player goes across. So if, as a user, if that player goes, that middle linebacker covers my post going from left to right, he's going to leave Julio Jones wide open in the middle during that period of time. See how until I threw the ball, Julio didn't move? You usually have about 2 seconds worth of a delay, which is really nice for this, and that's why I really like this play, because the options are just endless when it comes to it. If your user feels like he made a perfect play on it, you know what, he got you to wait on the post, he was going to cover the post, he did so, and now he feels like you're dead to rights, and then the B just plops. It's really, really frustrating. See how that B does not designed to go across the field, where the X is designed to go across the field? That's why that works. So what I'm going to do is here, I'm going to simulate it a little bit more by putting this X on a curl flat, but I'm actually going to do it on this side of the field here. So let's try this here, X on a curl flat, and then I'm going to move him over here. So he should, at least we can try to simulate that he's going to follow the post across the field. And then I'm going to kind of show you how that's going to work with the other player, okay? So here we go again. We're going to hike the ball, and we'll see if we can get underneath this guy. We're looking for the X, looking for the X, looking for the X. The guy goes there. Now we're throwing it to that B receiver. It's going to be a nice option for you at the time where you don't always have to just look at the post pattern going across. You also have that guy that's there. I want to make a light of it because it's probably not going to be something you're going to need a lot, but the fact that it's there, and if you could throw that one time in the game, it really takes away their aggressiveness of saying, okay, not only do I have to defend the underneath, now I got to defend the post, but I also have to defend basically a post stop because he stops right in the middle of the field and plants himself. So that's why I really like this play against cover 2. Works the same way against cover 3. I'm just going to show you the options of the high-low with cover 3 just so we don't go ahead and make this too long of a video. And let's just go ahead and do the same thing here. And it doesn't matter if they're playing underneath coverage or over the top, the RB will be open. The only way they can stop the RB is either if they manually cover it or if they put a spy in the field. And then when they start putting spies in the field, now they're taking people out of their passing rush opportunity, and it gives you even that much more time to pick them apart. So here we go. RB's going to come across. This is cover 3. You see how you can just throw this right there, and now you're going to get yourself 10 to 15 yards because of the way it is. And then I'll just show you one more time with cover 3 when it comes to having it in hard flats so you can see it. And this is going to work exactly the same way on cover 4. You don't want to look at the X or the B on either one of those coverages because of the way you're running right into their zones. Let me see if I can get this all set up here. Okay, here it is. Now this is cover 3 with the hard flats. Again, you're going to see that you're going to have the opportunity to throw to this RB underneath right there. But I'm waiting for this X. You're going to throw it underneath to him, and you're going to have some good opportunity with that as well. Just a tough route combination to stop as a user player because of the misdirection, everything. And this is just a play, even if you know what's going on, it's tough to stop. Imagine when we were able to combine other route combinations with that same motion to where now we're going to get a running back involved, we're going to get some other people involved in other plays, and it's just going to be a start of a really nice, powerful scheme. Again, guys, we always appreciate you watching this video. If you haven't already done so, hit that like button for us as we continue to do this formation all week long. We appreciate you all, and we'll see you on tomorrow's video.